Welcome back to my channel. It's your favorite nurse, Amara. Today I want us to look at tips for nursing school interview questions. And the reason why I want to discuss this is, in fact, nursing school interview question is the all-important aspect of choosing a good candidate that is fit for a nursing school program. So this video, I'm going to give you tips on what I know, because I've gone for 3 nursing school interviews before I was finally admitted into a nursing school. So I'm coming with the experiences that I have and what I've heard other people say, because 2 persons interview questions may not be the same. So definitely make sure that you watch the video to the end in order to grasp everything. Each of the questions really matters. So let's go. Those that are invited for this particular interview are those that have already passed their written exams, and this question differs in schools. But what are the questions that we're going to expect? I have to sit down to write some of these questions that they asked me during my 3 times of going for nursing interview. The first thing that the interviewers look at, first of all, is your composure. In your composure, they look at your dressing, they look at the way you enter the room, they look at whether your body is shaking. Some persons, when they come to an interview room, they will start shaking. They look at your composure, the way you talk, the way you render your greetings to those that are going to interview you. These are the first things that are going to take, and they take some marks for this. So the tip here is, if you're going for a nursing interview, just dress corporate. Pack your hair very well, just like I'm having here. Make sure you pack your hair very well and wear simple earring, make up, but wear simple makeup. The second tip that you need to look at is, you need to consider also, before your nursing interview, you need to look at who are the people that are going to interview you. In some schools, they have about 6-7 interviewers that are going to ask you different questions. So these questions will come from different interviewers, and each of them will be asking you different kinds of questions based on either what they teach in the school or based on their experiences with students that always come to be enrolled in their schools. And some of these questions include, the first one is, they will ask you, can you please tell us about yourself? We say, can we meet you? They'll say, can we meet you? And your ability to be able to tackle this question will also help them to get some facts about you, your communication values, your confidence, and your ability to express yourself. So when they tell you, can we meet you, or can you tell us about yourself, you need to start by telling them your name, then tell them your skills. Some people will even, sometimes they don't need your age, so you tell them what you were able to achieve and why you are here. To practice this before you come for that interview, practice with your siblings or your parents. They will score you by you describing who you are to them. Then the third question that they may ask you is this one. They asked me this question in almost all the schools that I went to. Number one, they asked me, who is a nurse? Who do you think a nurse is? And I was able to answer that question because whenever I come to a new environment, there is a way I observe. So I just told them that to nurse is to care, and they were all impressed. So I don't know what nursing means to you. So that is to say, before you go for any nursing school interview, please do your research and understand what nursing is. So you need to find out what is nursing, different from what every other person believes that nursing is. So who is a nurse to you is the third question. Then the fourth question that you are likely to say is, they will ask you, why do you want to become a nurse, or why do you want to be enrolled into a nursing school? And for this particular question, what you're supposed to do is, you need to give them your reasons why you want to come into nursing school. What are the things that attracted you to nursing, or what are the things that made you to know that this is actually your calling, that you want to become a nurse? For my own side, I answered them. What I liked about nursing then was the way nurses dress. So I was telling them, I want to become a nurse because I have never seen a nurse who wore white and the person menstrual cycle the person menstrual cycle, it kind of stains their cloth. Nurses do appear angelic, and when you come to nursing school, it will seem as if they selected the most beautiful girls or the most beautiful ladies to come and enroll in the school. So the question I answered is because I want to take care of myself. I want to know about medical knowledge on how to take care of myself, and now extend it to my family members and the community. That was the answer I gave. But I know they laughed so much when I said, because I don't want my period to stain my cloth. I want to know why nurses period don't stain their clothes like we see in secondary school. So that was my reason. So I don't know what your reason is for becoming a nurse. So you need to sit down and ask yourself, is it because your parents are pushing you, or because they say nurses are making money, or because of whatever you have? So you need to sit down and have this at the back of your mind. Why do you want to be a nurse? Then some will ask you, why do you even choose our school? Because they believe that there are so many nursing schools around and you only come for their own. So they may ask you, why do you choose their school? Why do you want to enroll in their school? So by now, I know you must have seen something about the school, maybe because of the way their students score, or the testimonies that people have about their students. Like for instance, where I trained, when you see a nurse that trained the UNTH where I trained, when you see them outside the vicinity, there is a way they carry themselves, there is a way they behave. They don't behave like other nursing students. So maybe that may be your reason why you want to enroll in such school, or because of recommendations, you know. So you must have your reasons why you want to enroll in their school. And in this particular point, you tell them everything, both the ones you can prove and the ones you cannot prove. Then the sixth question, or is it the sixth or the seventh question, is some will deviate from what they are trying to ask you, and they will ask you about your personal life. What have you been doing? Because they will be looking at the form you filled when you finished secondary school and now. So some people have the gap of 3 years or 4 years before they even come for that interview. So they may ask you, what were you doing all these years when you finish secondary school? Or if they saw that you were working, they may ask you some questions based on your work and how you were able to relate with your fellow colleagues in the office. Then I was asked about my teaching, and I will never forget, the principal then asked me, she said, so if I call you to teach me, you are going to teach me? I said, yes ma, I'm going to teach you. She now asked me which subject, and I said mathematics. And they were like, look at this small girl, because almost all of them, they are PhD holders in nursing. So but your ability to express yourself gives you an upper hand to be taken. Then some other schools will ask you, we have so many number of students here, like in UNTH where I schooled, you can have about 5,000 people that come for the entrance exam. So they may ask you, out of these 5,000 people, and they are here to take their interview, why do you think we should take you more than them? So this is the time for you to tell them about the positive things you know about yourself. This is the reason why I think I should be taken, even if every other person is not qualified. Say good things you know about yourself, your skills, your ability, your communication skills, your humility, your teamwork, and your ability to achieve things at a limited time. So this is the time to push yourself and ask them. Then another set of interviewers may even start to ask you about biology, physics, and all this chemistry. They will ask you what is mirage. So it depends on this school. So but they may ask you this. So once they ask you a questions, one of the tip is, each time they ask you a question, don't say I don't know. Sit up. You may not start talking immediately, but you can breathe and say then begin to answer the question slowly. Don't rush it. As you are answering the question slow by slow, many ideas will be coming to your head. So guys, these are the tips that I used for myself, and I don't know for another person. These are the tips that I used for my own nursing school, and I know those that have gone through nursing interview can bear witness for these tips. If you have any other tips that you think these students should know, please kindly leave them in the comment section so that they can come there and read it. Then if you're a new subscriber here, this is the first time you're stopping to this channel, kindly hit the subscribe button and the bell by the side so that you'll be notified each time I put up a new video. My name's Amara Uzodifwe, a registered nurse midwife practicing in Nigeria. In this platform we talk about nursing, health, beauty, natural hair, and a lot of things. Like the hair I'm carrying, I'm the one that did it. This hair you saw here, I'm the one that just fix this hair for myself. So I do a lot of things in this channel, and if you want to be part of this community, kindly hit the subscribe button. Like I said, share the videos to your fellow students or your classmates that have the interest to study nursing. This is the best channel that they can always come to get the tips that they have. And having said that, see you some other time in our video. Bye.